this, all this paraphernalia.
It's a little bit.
Is it?
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's very small. Yeah.
You said it's very small.
Yeah. Nigga, who lied? Who was that?
You.
Oh. That's funny as it is. Who the fuck is that? Who lied, nigga?
Oh my God.
Nigga, that me? Oh.
What?
Oh, that me? Oh, that me. I didn't know that was me. Yeah, I didn't know that was me. I did not know. Alright, y'all. Hold on. This is gonna be kind of a long introduction.
I'm trying to get this all straight.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
You doing the same thing.
I need to see the comments as well. Woo! That sounds bitch. Alright. I look goofy as hell. Goddamn glasses on. Goddamn motherfucking welcome to the motherfucking TheNoName podcast with your host.
Hold on.
And welcome to the motherfucking TheNoName podcast. Live on YouTube and on Anchor.
Which then, of course, on Anchor, you can find us on Spotify and other podcasting sites.
Yes.
Which, if you go to the TheNoName podcast on Anchor, you can find the page to all of those streaming platforms for the podcast, as well as a direct link to the YouTube page so you can watch us live in color.
Yes. Live in color, motherfucker. But man, it's been a minute.
It's been a week.
Something like that. We got
a little over a week.
Something like that, man. And we done been traveling. We done been scrabbling, unraveling, dabbling.
I ain't been doing that.
I'm trying to sound like a rapper.
I'm trying to sound like a rapper. Funny.
But man, we've been quite a few places. Seen some things.
And some stuff. I'm not being rude. I'm trying to say this to you.
I'm kind of slow on starting, so it's hot as a bitch right now. So
this is real podcast style.
We doing this shit. We keeping this shit live and uncensored and unfiltered. And yeah, this ain't no cleanup shit, man. You getting it live and raw, uncut, straight out the fucking gut. You know, got it out the blood, nigga. Pocket full of dubs, nigga. Crackhead show me love, nigga.
I don't know about all that.
You want to smoke some Charlotte?
No, you just took the time for the words. Wait a minute, hold on.
So let's smoke Charlotte.
No.
I don't think I'm like that. What the fuck I'm here?
What the fuck my strap?
What the fuck my strap?
You're not promoting violence, allegedly.
You ain't got no money. Bitch look like Butterbean.
Oh my gosh. I can't with you.
This nigga said bitch look like Butterbean. Like, if y'all know who Butterbean is, bro, like, to say a female look like Butterbean is fucked up and funny at the same time. You're not talking about food, you're talking about the person. I showed Hondra that shit. She was laughing. She was like, You talking about a bean, right? Like, no, you talking about a whole ass person. Showed her who Butterbean was. She started fucking dying.
That shit is terrible. Terrible.
Man. What are you talking about today?
There's a lot of things we can talk about. Well, I mean, first off, we always like to let's do positive things. Let's talk about positive things before we start talking about some real shit. Get serious and get sweat and shit.
Serious.
Serious on this. So, we took a little days and drove to Minnesota. St. Paul, Minnesota. So that was cool. The ride there was cool. Coming back, that was.
Hey, y'all motherfucking niggas crazy, bro. Excuse my motherfucking French. Y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all niggas can't drive. Y'all niggas stank. Y'all look funny as fuck. I'm just playing. Y'all definitely
Tell
can't
them
drive.
how you really feel. Shit.
Oh, my mom, I'm coming here and I'm gonna blow New Jersey up.
No, see, you gonna fuck up the page when we really get started.
Man, listen, if y'all listen to rap music, y'all know Chief Keef said it first.
YouTube don't care about it.
I'm not promoting violence. I'm just singing the song.
These platforms don't care about it.
I'm singing the song. Y'all let little kids listen to Chief Keef all the time on YouTube. Don't come at me with no bullshit. I'm just playing YouTube. It's a joke. I want something I snap. Allegedly.
But no, it was cool. The ride was cool. I hadn't been to the Mall of America since I was like a teenager, so they've added so much stuff to this.
Fucking aquarium.
It's a whole aquarium. It's a
fucking goddamn amusement park. Fucking Legoland. Fucking Crayolaville.
It was a Crayola experience. It was in Crayolaville. No. They had
Niggas like, damn, I never heard of Crayolaville.
They had.
What the fuck that's it?
They had a comedy club in there. They had a Game Works in there. They
hell no.
There's an actual Game Works, and there was another arcade. I mean, there's so much more stuff in there besides all the stores that was not there before. And then all the amusement park stuff, there's more stuff in there. Like they added more rides or whatever. So
they still add shit.
Right.
Like how much more shit do y'all niggas need? It's like over 400 stores in that bitch. Y'all got 4 levels.
I think it's like more than
it's more than 1,000.
Something like that. Like more than 1,000. That's what the website said.
And then y'all got half of the 4th floor take up the motherfucking. That didn't even sound right. Excuse me. Half of the movie theater take up. The fucking movie theater take up half of the 4th floor. That's what I mean to say.
And then
this nigga stupid.
Then it was a comedy club up there. It was a whole bunch of other shit up there. Just like the aquarium takes over like the
whole downstairs
first
floor.
Like basement floor or something. They took it down below.
That shit was not there back in 2009.
I don't remember.
I said 2009.
That's like Cat Williams. 9 or 10. Why did others just say 9 or 10? That's not a time.
That's not a year.
But yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of people there. I was surprised and not surprised at the same time.
A lot of no masks.
I kind of expected it to be a lot of people. But then at the same time I wasn't sure, but it definitely was, which you know, that's from out of town.
Beautiful.
That ain't
that's beautiful.
That's not people from there. But it was cool. There wasn't any type of static anywhere, no issues, no problems.
No, remember that one bitch called you ugly, you almost socked her in her face, I had to hold you back?
No.
You remember that?
No, because it didn't happen.
She said, I don't like your shoes. She said, bitch, I'll throw these potatoes at you. I said, baby.
Because I just popped
baby,
up
it's not even working,
with
baby.
some potatoes and fucking the mall.
Yeah, that's my own potatoes.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you done?
Are you done?
Yeah, it was cool. We had a good time.
We took the cats.
Played some golf.
We took the kitties.
Yes, we took the cats. They got to explore. It was nice.
Goose was all over the place. Ginger ass. I'm not fucking with this. I don't know where we at. Y'all niggas abducted me and took me to a whole new location.
She didn't care. She was looking all everywhere.
Goose ass was just everywhere. Like,
She
Goose did not get no fuck. Ginger found a spot to hide and shit.
Poor Ginger. We traumatized Ginger.
A whole, like,
my
half
poor
a day.
cat, like, just Ginger ain't even old yet, but he acted like you got me out my environment, and I don't appreciate it.
Look at that, like, nigga, this is where you came from. What are you talking about? The trees, we never peeing in the trees.
He was not going at all. Like, at all.
We had the niggas on leashes.
Yeah, he wasn't going for that either. Like, what is this? I'm not here to play these games. I'm not a damn dog. But yeah, it was cool. The trip was cool. Coming back wasn't so fun just because I don't
Y'all niggas can't drive.
With the traffic, it was ridiculous.
Everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
Like, just everybody just started driving down the hill. I'm like, yo.
What the fuck was that?
Why? Why are y'all driving like this? But overall, it was cool. It was nice. I ain't been in a minute. So it's
pretty dope.
It's a decent little drive too. It's not that bad.
6 hours.
From here.
30 hours.
30 hours. But
no, y'all don't snitch from this weed in front of y'all. Keep talking about YouTube, yo.
Who will snitch? It's legal here.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they can do the no jumper. In Cali, it's legal in Cali.
Oh, no jumper is hard as fuck.
That damn Wagyu.
Wagyu with that gold ass grill.
It's like, did they really send them a whole gold?
For what, nigga? You don't even do no cooking on your
with
show.
A gold spatula, gold tongs. It looked dope, but it's like, they don't even. You
don't do no type of cooking on your show.
No type of cooking.
You ain't had no George Foreman.
Nothing. Why y'all send them a grill? I don't understand. They just wanted it to be.
Unless he got a love for cooking steaks and shit, he be grilling.
They just wanted it featured. That's all. Which is smart, because they know they're gonna post it.
Right.
So, but it was cool looking. We're gonna get into waste.
What we gonna get into? This is the first time we actually really had a topic to get into.
It's a few topics to talk about.
Yeah, but this is just off the head. Usually, like, we have some shit written down or something.
But no, it's a few things that's taken place. Since we was the last one.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess I don't know. Should we?
We come out early.
Take energy. Well, we were talking about a million things earlier.
This shit while I was talking about my next shit.
Well, let's not start out with it.
Not with him.
Yeah, but just in general.
The people surrounding the situation.
Well, before we get to that, I guess we should talk about the stuff that's in the headlines.
What's in the headlines?
Mr. Jello Pudding Pop. Mr. Jello Pudding Pop. Mr. Cal.
Mr. Cosby.
Yeah. That one. His ass got out of jail.
Mm-hmm. You niggas was happy, boy.
Y'all niggas is so happy. And y'all niggas made me so disgusted on social media. It wasn't even funny. Like, I literally was like, yo, I gotta stop looking at my phone. Because the shit that's popping up is pissing me off. Because it's just like, yo, really? Y'all already over here with the memes. You over here with the gifts. All that shit. Y'all was on it immediately. sitting up there doing this stuff. And this is my thing. This is a two-sided thing, right? Because I've listened to some people who are in the area of law, which I don't practice law. I'm not an attorney or a judge or anything, so I don't know all these laws and rules and regulations. But according to the people who deal with the law that know about this, they said all the stuff that was done and how it took place legally was wrong. So I can sit up there and say the law is dumb, but I can't argue with the law and what it is. And if you want people to uphold the law in these different situations, then the law has to be upheld in all situations. So I'm not going to sit up there and push back on that in this instance, especially since, yes, I believe in this situation there was more. It wasn't all real. I believe it was a lot of extra tacked on. I believe it was a lot of fluff. I believe it was a lot of bullshit. I believe it was a lot of just extra sauce to get this shit pushed through and to continue on with what they were trying to do. I totally believe that. However, just because people would sit up there and put all this extra shit out there to make sure you push something through or push it forward, doesn't mean that it's all untrue either. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to burst y'all bubble about Mr. Cosby, or what y'all really looking at is fucking Mr. Hudson. That's what y'all stuck on in mind. You're stuck on this fictitious character that doesn't actually exist, okay? Cosby exists. All them other characters and shit that motherfuckers like when it was coming up, them niggas ain't real, okay? They were fictitious. Based on some real shit, but fake. Just because some of the shit was bullshit doesn't mean all of it's bullshit. When anybody tells me, or I hear anybody say, that it was common practice or that they themselves have participated in putting pills and potions in a motherfucking drink so that they can sleep with them. I can't until we transition to a different role. That's just irritating. Well, you can't even block all this out. This is just really
put things up on the wall. Well, you can't even name it.
I'm not going through all of that in this one. That's going to be something else. But
maybe. Oh no.
Anyway, I'm not going to.
We're gonna talk about that later.
So, anybody who's going to sit up there and say, yeah, I put shit in motherfuckers' drinks when I was going to get out. Maybe that was more common practice at that particular time in history. But that ain't no just everyday run-of-the-mill shit.
Don't make it right.
It doesn't make it right because motherfuckers was doing it. Now, this is something that they admitted in a deposition. So that's on the record. If you're going to tell me, yeah, this is the type of shit that I'll play with or play in, then is it that much more of a stretch that you would do it and have somebody not know that you were doing it? Because this is the type of shit you do.
I mean, I feel like if you won't willingly, openly admit that, then
that's
you do it when motherfuckers is looking at you. You don't care if motherfuckers see you or not. At that point, you can just say, hey, I put shit in bitches' drinks. At that point, I feel like, hey, you don't give a fuck if motherfuckers see you do it or not.
That's my point. And people, once again, people do side shit because based off of who they like. This ain't got shit to do with who you like. It's playing up everybody. Every single person that's ever existed will ever exist until this motherfucker stops spinning. Everybody that you know has done something, or realistically some things, more than one thing that you don't like or that you couldn't stand or you felt was wrong. You still might love them, but nobody's perfect. People do shit that isn't always right. And it doesn't necessarily maybe always take away from the good shit, but it's still there. And you still have to look at that shit for what it is. No matter how much you like them or whatever, or how much they good they made you feel at one point because of just whatever. That don't take away from the negative shit. So my thing is like, y'all over here celebrating this shit. I just keep going back to thinking about what is you celebrating exactly? You're celebrating somebody who told y'all this the type of shit that they play around in, which yes, that was then and this is now. But again, now if a motherfucker said some shit like that, that ain't cool. That's not acceptable. Excuse me, Me Too people, where the fuck y'all at? Like, I don't understand. It was the same thing with the, kill shit. I don't even want to say this nigga whole name because every time people talk about it, it fucking makes me kills. The fucking Pied Piper. That's what I call it. Cosby, this is Joe Pudding Pop. Y'all got nicknames now. People want to excuse these behaviors because you like some songs or motherfucking name. Fuck them songs. You like the show they was on? Fuck that show. I watched the show too. I listened to the motherfucking music too. But I was younger. I'm older. I know better. Motherfuckers got kids and shit now. That shit ain't cool. When you look at like, yo, and y'all celebrating this shit, motherfuckers to put this nigga picture on as their profile picture on Facebook and oh, Cosby's out. It's such a great day. For who, my nigga? Because minus all the fugazi shit I'm sure this man was doing with females, allegedly. Okay. Besides that, when was the last time Cosby was fucking with niggas? And did some shit for niggas with niggas. I understand the Cosby shit, different world, Fat Albert, the donations and stuff. So like, okay, all that cool. You know about that. But y'all know Cosby didn't fuck with niggas, right? He didn't fuck with y'all. He damn sure didn't fuck with most of the black comedians because he didn't like the type of comedy that they did. And he felt like they should have did a more cleaner style and type of style of shit he was doing. We've heard many of comedians, more so now, later on, the time has passed, and that's when Cosby was still in jail. And they were sitting up there saying, like, yo, Cosby was shitty to me, Cosby did this, Cosby prevented that, you know, all that shit.
That niggas is on, like, y'all be waiting to say some shit. Why y'all just say shit then and there in the moment? Like, and I'm applying this to everything, like, facts. But y'all be talking so much tough shit, especially in the industry. But y'all wait till a motherfucker down on their luck, or locked up, or dead to even say some shit about a motherfucker.
Like, what are you doing? You ain't say none of that shit till after he was gone. Like, it's like, yo, when are people gonna just like
that shit with Whack 100 and Nick? We don't want to talk shit about Nick now that he dead, but one of Nick's homeboys knocked your ass out. He's quiet as a bitch. Shit like that.
Niggas is real niggas after the fact, or when they someplace else, or they mainly not in your face, but there's no really say anything. And it's just like, my thing is with the situation, I frankly, like, yo, I'm sorry. I don't understand how people still haven't figured out just because this is someone who is, and I would just call it that. Just because they black don't mean that they right. And just because they black doesn't mean you have to defend them. Do I know and understand that motherfuckers is purposely trying to, put something bad on somebody else's name and pull people down or that, all that? Of course. But sometimes motherfuckers is doing shitty stuff, okay? And that's just what it is. And just because they're black or just because they're this person or just because they're that person, it doesn't take away or mean that you shouldn't be held responsible for your bullshit. Sometimes that's how stuff works out. Sometimes people get off when they should get caught, and sometimes they get caught when they should have got off. but the shit balances itself out. Everything that is hidden gonna come up eventually. It's gonna be revealed. And sometimes that's how the shit just depends on swings. It don't get you here, but it's gonna get you here. But it's gonna get you if you're guilty. Like, so why y'all happy? What you think he's gonna do? He's gonna go back to wherever he lives or whatever white ass neighborhood.
God do better for y'all.
It's just people just keep falling for the okey doke. Again, I just feel like that's more distraction. So it's some bullshit, and I was kind of just disgusted because last I checked, we all around here had mothers and sisters and daughters and nieces and cousins and shit. Y'all just so happy, keep wanting to talk about letting men out that y'all know for a fact did this shit, but y'all want to champion these people because they sang some songs, because they got some money. I don't get it.
Y'all just as sick as them.
That's how I feel. Like,
I don't care if you got no involvement in it. You turned a blind eye. You stopped talking to them. You knew and didn't say a motherfucking thing. Nigga, you got kids and nieces and nephews or whatever. You just as sick. You just as wrong.
We ain't supposed to stand behind everybody.
Especially kids.
Like when it's yes, especially when it's concerning kids. But it's like y'all just be so many people just will go and stand behind because for whatever reason, just because they like no, that's not a good enough reason. I'm sorry. People gotta be held responsible for their actions. And that I'm black, so I get a pass card with black people. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. We hold nobody else to that standard. If it was having to do with anybody else, and that's the truth. Sorry if this person stepped off the toes, but if that type of behavior was happening towards us from another race, mainly white people, black motherfuckers would be like, oh hell no, why you want to keep him in jail? But because
just imagine how y'all feel if they let Derek Chauvin out tomorrow. Time's up. Just saying. That's how y'all should feel about these things. Even though we should be supporting y'all would say black and African American, I'm gonna say fellow Negroes. Excuse me. Yo, we gotta start calling this bullshit out. It was once at a time where nigga, other motherfuckers, even when like just a little bit of mine, like growing up, like other niggas' parents checked my ass, told my grandma and shit, like ain't none of that going on. Y'all got kids like 13, 14, 15 having kids. They parents like 20. Nah, that wouldn't even make sense. Like 29, 30. They grandparents fucking 45, 46. Like,
hey, Benji.
The fuck is that?
But see, this is the thing. Damn, she said she
that bad. It's the band.
I'll tell you wrong. Always had that sound.
Cause it be hot in here, man.
Your echo is turned up, but your sound is down. We just the top of them. People can't hear me.
Should I say hello? Let me cut these fans.
Is that better? I had turned it lower because last time when I listened to the audio for the podcast part, it was really loud. Can you hear us now?
Ain't that better? Bullshit. God damn.
You got. Okay, she said you carried the average too low.
Yeah, so it wasn't the fan.
Yeah, it was because you had your echo turned up and your volume.
Man, turn that echo shit down. Bullshit. Dumbass shit. See what I do.
But yeah, this is my thing.
So I'm gonna talk about never mind because that probably yeah.
But so people were so concerned. That's the interesting dynamic because I'll be looking at all these different situations happening in the world. So we got people that's so concerned and oh, we so happy. Oh, how did you coming home? Because that means fuck off for you. But okay, you happy about that, right? You want to run to that. You want to jump on that. Be so excited about that, right? Rah rah rah. Where are the people just sitting up there standing up for the black woman and her daughter in LA in a spa, we spa to be specific, we with a W, uh, we spa, and they're in the women's section, her daughter, other women, and somebody who identifies as a woman was allowed to go in there and had their genitalia out for the women and this particular black woman and her daughter to see. She went off, as she should, to the staff, because we watched the video, she was recording it, and complaining about like, hey, do y'all know this is going on? What's up with this? What's the policy? We didn't come in here for all of that. And if you look and watch that video, it was some women definitely that were totally in agreement with her, and they were upset, and they were like, yo, we're leaving. Like, people were in the lobby like ready to go. But you had people that were trying to argue with this woman, not even the staff. Some of the staff was saying about whatever policy. Some other staff person was saying, no, that shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have been there. That she was right. You had some people that were there, some men. One particular, this white man decided to walk up and basically was questioning what she was saying and trying to like argue with her and trying to make it seem like she was wrong and all this other bullshit. And even called, what did he call? He called her a dick. Called her a dick. Yes, saying that she was being a dick.
Yo, listen.
This is
only
being
reason why this
recorded.
girl was arguing with her because he ain't do that shit and he mad. He's probably rooting on the white dude. You seen the white dude was not dressed up like no woman. He was dressed up like a nigga, a white person. Any man would dress if he was getting into fucking water, except he had on Speedos, and his balls was out. Now, I said 2 years ago that because I said this was going to open the doors for pedophilia. Nigga said I was fucked up in the head, I was sick,
yep,
all this other shit. Now, this probably, I want to say it kind of, sort of, not, because there was a little kid there. This is kind of in the realms of pedophilia.
It's teetering on that level for sure.
And I know he probably didn't do that to, I'm not siding with this motherfucker because that shit's sick, but he probably didn't think it was going to be a little girl in there, and he probably did that shit so other women he could show off his balls and shit. Like, if motherfuckers think like that, so me thinking how motherfuckers would think, if you got a motherfucker who like little kids, how far would they go just to be where little kids would be? Especially little girls, to fucking touch on little girls. Or you got some women out there that's pedophiles. Just saying. Motherfuckers said I was sick though.
People forget about this stuff. Like predators and shit, and motherfuckers that's on the edge doing crazy shit have always been around. Have always been doing sick, fucked up stuff. You think that stops or stops at a certain point? It never has. People have always gone on their way and done crazy ass, twisted ass shit to move forward with whatever they plan, scheme is. Like this, there's literal shows made after shit like this. Law and Order, SPU, Criminal Minds.
The motherfuckers who's filming these shows be the ones who's being they the ones who doing this shit.
Well, half the time they're actually getting these stories from actual real cases because the shit has happened. That's literally what Law and Order SPU is. Half their shit, more than half their shit is based on real cases. and they've taken some information from it. So it's based off of shit that really happened, and they just turned it around and turned it into an episode. So shit like this happens. Where the fuck, like, what the fuck is wrong with everybody that we done got to a place where it's acceptable and it's okay that somebody can decide that they're gonna impose their will and their own body on you against your will? Because, like Sister Angela Stanton said, I don't want to go no place and just see strange dick.
That shit be dead.
I want to see what I want to see. That's it. I'm not going no place to just look at random Johnsons just because. Like, I don't want to go see it.
Italian Johnsons.
Like,
Big Johnsons.
I'm not trying to see all of that. Like, you know how fucking stupid. You know how, like, offensive and jarring and just like
my issue with this is my number one issue is where's all the fucking fathers and men that's not mad at this shit.
It shouldn't be mainly women talking about this. It should be men talking about this more than the women, because that's somebody's wife, that's somebody's daughter,
that's somebody's niece,
like
somebody's grandchild. Come
on now,
somebody's little cousin.
And then in this situation, it's like the shit done got so far. Okay, this is somebody that feel like they whatever. They feel like they something else. But you still got the body parts of who you're saying you're not anymore.
This is my thing.
So
it wouldn't even matter if he felt that way. It does matter. But my thing is, you went in there and had your balls out. I can see if somebody really, really was serious about, I identified with this, and they went in there and had their shit covered up with like a little swimsuit or something. I mean, it's still fucked up, but hey, at least you kind of are aware of little kids, and you know what I'm saying? That you was just doing some nigga shit.
No, honestly, I do feel like this was awesome. And again, people don't think. They want to think about it as something about rights or some bullshit. Like, no, nigga, this is about some crazy motherfucker who decided, you know what? I'm finna go show off my shit. They said he was all out, digging balls, everything. He was showing everything to females. And
his intentions probably wasn't to show it to a little kid, but hey, surprise, surprise, the little kid just so happened to be there.
She was collateral damage in the situation. But he probably got off on that shit. Like, he thought that shit
probably made him hard.
Was like, I just did that. He created a whole fucking memory, got a storyboard about the shit and everything.
And the fucking thing is, because he claimed he identified as a woman, they're not going to press charges. That should be automatically a case. Like, that's what? And decent exposure, especially.
I mean, yeah. At the least a decent exposure.
Like, come on, man. And some type of pedophile charges with that as well, because you exposed yourself in front of a minor.
Well, yeah, that would be probably you'd have to register as a sex offender. Yeah. Because of indecent exposure. Yeah.
You're not getting charged.
And see that, and that's the thing. That's the thing. And this happened in California. Y'all look up about some of these rules and regulations and shit that got changed recently in California. Y'all come to your own conclusion. But this happened in California. So you already got that shit there and already this strong presence and stance about things. And it's like, this ain't about that though. This literally ain't that. So now that can be an out or an excuse to some shit that's straight up sick. God forbid, knock on wood. Like, what if that ends up being this type of situation? Be a fucking serial.
And you can't do nothing about it.
And you can't
put your hands on it.
But no, that could be a situation that could be going on and then gets discovered later on. Oh, this motherfucker was doing this shit for 5 years or some shit until somebody finally caught the fuck on and was like, no, this motherfucker is doing this shit and puts the shit together. But by that time, how much shit did happen? How many lives have been ruined in that instant?
Not only that, how many laws are going to be changed to protect pedophiles?
It's not hate.
This is what y'all let in office.
It's just.
This is what y'all let in office. And y'all still want to talk shit about Trump and believe all the bullshit they put out there about Trump and how they like over there arresting these people. I don't know how real it is. I don't know how fake it is. I don't know. I don't know if they just Trump just doing some bullshit just to arrest these people to get him to go down. But so far it ain't working because he ain't got no charges against him. But whatever. But niggas is still talking about Trump is the worst thing. But yeah, this motherfucker in office right now. And this motherfucker, y'all said he was gonna do shit for blacks. Y'all said he was gonna erase student debt loans and all this other shit. He ain't did not one motherfucking thing y'all asked, and he told y'all he was gonna do. And then y'all get mad when I say, "Oh, this wouldn't happen with Trump."
I want to know why nobody who was so strong and adamant to say where they stood and why y'all not talking now? When all the stuff y'all was standing on,
Jay-Z,
Cardi,
T.I.
all these people, y'all was so much rah, and not only the big people, regular people on the Facebook and all, y'all was so all this and crying and carrying on like some dumbasses and shit when this motherfucker got in office. What say you now, people?
Y'all let the realest nigga out of office. Like, now y'all ain't getting no prison reform, none of that shit.
I'm more concerned about y'all letting the fakest nigga in office. A person who actually
don't like niggas.
Spoke at the funeral of a Klan member that he was friends with. He gave him his eulogy. And this person was a person that recruited other people to the Klan. This is whose eulogy he gave at their funeral. This the person y'all wanted, and y'all ain't got shit to say about nothing afterwards.
And y'all can call Trump racist. Oh, at least he apologized for the comments he made on the Central 5. At least I don't know if he did. I gotta look that up. I gotta see. But
I'll confirm that.
Yeah, I gotta confirm that. But allegedly he apologized. Y'all ain't getting no apology out of Biden for nothing. Not no crime bill. Not no saying black and brown people can't read. Not saying nigger on the teleprompter. Not saying if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Calling us monkeys, predators.
How about just falling up the stairs?
Falling up the stairs.
How you fall up the stairs, boy? And he kept doing it. He didn't do it just once.
This nigga fell up the stairs 3 times.
I was like, come on, man. This just
one time.
This just look bad.
2 times.
It's a bad look.
3 times.
We're not even gonna talk about his running mate.
That bitch ain't black.
That y'all just think
our black queen, that bitch ain't black. Yeah, I heard. She's not black.
Her daddy not black.
You can be light skinned and not black.
It's just when it comes down to it, it's just like the hypocrisy knows no bounds. And I just want to know because I can't talk about everybody. I feel like I can only talk to y'all because I don't know everybody else. I don't know how they really get out and function. When are niggas? When are y'all gonna stop?
No, those the African Americans.
For the okie doke. I'm talking to all of them. African Americans,
and black. Those niggas don't fall for that shit.
Niggas, all that. Everybody.
Niggas don't fall for that.
It's some niggas on the fence too. Okay.
What niggas?
It is. Everybody.
Niggas know the real.
When are y'all gonna stop falling for the okie doke and the shit that they be doing?
Or letting this shit slide.
That's what I mean by not falling for the okie doke. When are y'all
you can fall for the oak, but you can also let it slide. You can also know it's an okie doke, but let that shit slide.
Well, this the thing. We're not in that time. Motherfuckers actually be falling for it. We ain't in the time where people know everybody knows what's up, and we're just.
We got some people that know what's going on, but because they living good and doing good, they don't give a fuck.
Not enough.
There's some people like that.
Yeah, but that don't count because if you're not with it all the way,
that's what I'm saying. Those are niggas that don't slide. Don't just let it slide because they ain't got nothing to do with that. Like if it ain't in front of their face, they can care less.
But it is in front of our face. Motherfuckers just not paying attention.
No, I mean like at your motherfucking doorstep. Like, hello, come and knock on my door. That shit.
Until it becomes a personal problem, then that's when people become interested. That's why I say the same thing with the Cosby shit, with the Kel shit. It's like y'all act like this is just all fun and games because of some songs and some shows y'all like. But if this was your daughter, if this was your mother, if this was your sister, if this was your cousin, you wouldn't be laughing and kikiing and talking about you want this motherfucker to come home, and you wouldn't be listening to their songs anymore, and you wouldn't be stepping in the name of nothing ever again, because that shit ain't cute, it's not funny, it's not nothing to play about, and it ain't nothing to fucking celebrate. So until motherfuckers stop falling for the okie doke like that, then ain't shit finna move no type of way. It's just gonna be the same bullshit over and over. And that's the question I gotta always come back to. When y'all gonna stop falling for these games they play? Because all they do is play the same games over and over again. And somehow, us as a collective keep falling for it. Individuals see it, but as a whole, man, y'all just be letting them just do it. Mm-hmm. And don't even be knowing, like, yo, this shit is more and more distraction. And at the end of the day, all the shit that we're saying that we want and that we need is not getting accomplished because you follow for this stupid shit.
Like Cardi asked saying, I want my taxes lowered. Like, you know damn well, you a millionaire. You ain't gonna get your taxes lowered. You gonna pay more taxes because you're in that bracket. Like, what the fuck you mean? What are you talking about? I want my taxes lowered. Become a regular civilian. The fuck?
That's I'm just saying,
like, I fuck with Cardi, but she say some dumbass shit. And she say some off the wall ass shit.
There's a lot of people coming out just saying some dumbass off the wall shit, and it's just like, got a lot of people that I didn't even realize before is just seeming more and more suspect as the time.
You used to be like, nah, not her, nah, not him. Nah, but all right, we gonna see.
And there's been some shit that's just been like, oh,
man. Like, she used to be like, nah, not Oprah. Nope, not Oprah.
I didn't say no, not Oprah all the way. I just felt like Oprah has done a lot of stuff to help a lot of people in a lot of different ways. So I meant that more so than no, it's not possible that she was with the bullshit. I wasn't 100% convinced. Plus, I think you could be on bullshit and still do good along the way. But you're still your overall
making you do that shit. You have to keep the image.
Yeah, plus I don't think everybody, just because you're a part of some shit, that everybody is just like some complete evil being that like getting on their knees worshiping Satan.
Yes.
Like not I know some people like that. I don't think that's everybody.
Not everybody, but eventually that shit, if you want more, that's what you want to become.
Well, I think that's what a lot of different people are doing in different ways in these behaviors that you see. Like that shit on the BET Awards. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that nigga about to make another. Watch, if you put out another song, that shit is gonna go top charts. Mm-hmm. He just did a ritual on stage at the BET Awards. That nigga did a whole ritual right in front of people. And people were just like, Lil Nas did that. Did he gay ass? Did he? When you gonna come out that closet, boy?
It would be one thing if he was just openly gay and that's what it was. Okay, fine. It's the pretending to be something else and on the slide, probably taking these little boys' booty holes on the side to get them to give them what they want and forcing it. That's what I got a problem. All this other
shit. You ain't even giving them what they want.
Some of them. Sure.
No, ain't nobody really been popping like that since.
But I don't mean that way with him musically. I mean, I feel like he's one of the gatekeepers of the shit.
Oh yeah.
That's one of those don't pass go, do not collect $200.
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
Like, you gotta cross this bridge. This is one of the bridges.
And I mean, bro, I don't know why niggas wanna align themselves with Diddy like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I ain't got no problem with gay people, but I'm scared of the niggas who don't act like they straight as fuck, but be gay as fuck behind closed doors. Like, Those niggas at the parties you gotta watch for. Like, them niggas just think up on you. Like, bro, come to the room, I gotta show you something. Lock the door, chlorophyll your ass, and rape you. And those be the ones. Allegedly. But I don't know. That ain't happened to me because I don't go to parties. So,
but shit like that happens.
Shit like that happens.
It does. It definitely does. That's my
and the fucking thing is when you go to these Hollywood parties, they already know what you like. If you like fucking with prostitutes, they gonna have prostitutes there for your boy. You like cocaine, they gonna have cocaine there for your boy. You like drinking, they gonna have drinks there. Whatever your vice is, they gonna have it there. That's when they get your ass. Oh, he likes this. I'm small. Next time, put some fentanyl and that shit, just enough to keep them alive and fuck them up.
Well, that's also just to, so they have tabs on them.
Not only that, so your ass will stay in check.
That's what I mean. They know where you fuck up at.
See, now I'll be telling people about that Drake picture where he got, he got man juice all over his face. That's fake. That's fake. I'm like, no, that's Drake. You want to see the shit?
No, I do not.
It's this picture. I don't know if it's Drake. He look like Drake. He got man juice all over his face.
Not
Aubrey. Yes, Aubrey. Aubrey got pissed on by one of T.I. homeboys.
Allegedly.
No, T.I. This shit. Listen, when this shit came out, niggas like, no, damn. I was like, bro, Drake saw. He probably did get pissed off. T.I. told the story about it. You want to know how that's confirmed? Drake unfollowed this nigga after T.I. told the story about it.
Yo.
Then he punched him in the eye. He ain't knew shit. Like, yo. Niggas be forgetting about this shit.
So
Drake had a black eye.
High enough for this conversation, man.
You already wrote that black? Oh, there's some roaches over here. No, don't hit that. That's the hurt your chest weed, I think.
That's what?
That's what you said.
Oh shit, no. That's too much for me. That is too much.
Is that a roach?
For Alex, yeah.
Oh, I like that in there.
See, it's some bullshit going on. Oh, and I want to say, random. I didn't talk about this or bring this up. I meant to. Shout out to what's the lady's name?
Angela Stanton.
Not Angela. Well, shout out to Angela Stanton, definitely. I won't even want to talk about that. But man, I'm gonna say it again. If y'all ain't been following Kwame Brown, please get to doing that because I really feel like he's in his destined time to start bringing some stuff to the forefront. He's gonna be the catalyst to bring about some change, and I hope it continues in that direction. And people keep, opening their eyes and starting getting on their own path and doing their own thing.
Listen,
but
I put him in the live I did before that one. The live I did before the last one I did on my page. I put his link in the chat. So I put the video in the chat when he did the interview with Judge Brown and Angela Stanton. I'm not going to try to even talk about what she talked about because that's damn near like a whole suicide mission at this point. I'm not even going to put her in danger or her daughter. That's some nigga you got to live by yourself and have guns all around the house to say some shit like that.
And at the least, they'll shut this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, they'll shut this page down.
You won't see this page no more.
But,
go look up that
just go watch the interview, man. That's some shit, like, I'm not even equipped for it. Like, nigga, like I said, I have to have guns all around this motherfucker to talk like that.
Go
bulletproof vests, all types of shit.
Kwame Brown Bus Life is his YouTube page. Look up the interview with Judge Joe Brown talks Bill Cosby and why he was set free. And that interview is him with Judge Joe Brown. That's for about the first hour. Then there's a little time, and then going into after that first hour, 15 minutes time, he gets Angela Stanton on the line, and they had them a nice, good, about hour conversation. Boy, literally woke me up out of my sleep. I had to watch it, and I watched it again the next day. That shit was so powerful and so on point, and it's so crazy.
All I'm gonna say is, keep on taking them shots, man.
Man, I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh,
keep on taking them days. That's why I said what I said. That's why I said what I said about having guns on.
I totally forgot about that.
Keep taking them shots and wondering why your sons is turning gay and whatnot. And your daughters is turning gay. Keep on taking them.
Just go watch.
Not only that shot, but all of some other shots as well that we all have taken.
Just go watch.
Yeah, just go watch that shit, man.
It's something else. But
it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of information in that shit that I can't even talk about. I want to talk about. I can't. I'm just not gonna risk it for the sake of this page. But
check it out.
Yeah, go look at that
But
shit.
the person I wanted to just shout out just because I thought it was really interesting, and I even shared it on my Facebook page. So I was like, wow, that's something else. This could be a segue into another topic we said. About that situation we were talking about earlier. But y'all know Wendy Williams.
With the toothpick.
Miss Wendy Williams.
Bro.
She always talks
about. Hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off. Is she dating Ray J? No. I seen pictures of her and Ray J all snuggled up and shit. No, it was not at a motherfucking party. These was 2 different days. She was holding his arm, and they was all glued up on each other like this in the other photo. In the Uber.
I don't know. I ain't know nothing about that. That's all the legend. They probably should keep
man, I ain't gonna show you. Oh my God, look at the bar.
Let me talk about what I was trying to talk about. So there's this woman, this black woman named Tabitha Brown, which I'm pretty sure y'all seen her at some point. Like, she's the black woman, natural hair, she's vegan. Her story pretty much, she talks about vegan and she's doing like the vegan recipes and shit like that, how she kind of changed her life and reversed some issues with her physically and medically and everything for changing her diet. She's really funny, really sweet, like super nice. She kind of blew up over the past couple years on social media. So I don't care. They're weird. All of them are weird. So I guess Miss Tabitha Brown recently she made an announcement that she was saying she was really happy that she was gonna be able to retire her husband from, I think he's a police officer. He's been a police officer for 15 years. And she was really happy about that she was in a financial position. She was saying she was blessed she would get to retire her husband. So Miss Wendy decides to talk about that on Hot Topics. And pretty much she says that that's like a bad idea. She pretty much clowned her for it and was saying like how that was going to backfire because of this and this and this, and she knows men like that, and that was a situation, and he going to do this and he going to do that, blah, blah, blah. All this shit, it sounded really bitter. It definitely sounded like, yo, you're not talking anything about this woman's situation. You talking based off of what the hell you just dealt with. And trust me, the shit she dealt with and how that played out, that was fucked up for sure. But at the same time, your situation and everybody's situation. And Tabitha Brown made a response, and it was really dope. That's why I shared it on my Facebook page. Basically, she was just explaining like, yo, it's unfortunate that people come at you with that type of negativity, and it's unfortunate that she's hurting and that she's been hurt. And then basically just saying hopefully that she'll find somebody that really loves her and cares for her for who she is, and that she can have that type of experience. Because basically she was explaining, she was like, look, my husband took this job to support me in me trying to do, like media stuff and be that type of personality. It's been stuff that she's been working on in business and all that for years. And the agreement that they had was that he was going to support her till she got to that point. And she's gotten to that point over the past several years, financially and everything like that, where now they're going to do the opposite. She's gonna support him. He's gonna retire, and now he's gonna pursue some stuff he wants to do. So my thing is, why is that a problem? What's negative about that? And what do y'all want? Because how many times now you're hearing about how men need to, you know, expect as much as a return that women want, and you know how women gotta hold themselves to a high standard because they want a man that's holding himself to a high standard. You want the same thing, right? So why is it an issue that this woman, after they've been married 23 years, that he sat up there and supported her all that time for her to pursue her dream that took years and years and years to get to where she is now. And now she want to turn around and do the same thing for her husband? This ain't some dude, just some random dude, her little boyfriend. What? No. This is her husband. They've been married for almost 25 years. Y'all angry about that? That's something to be bitter about?
Y'all want a relationship like that, but then when people tell y'all about it, y'all get mad. Y'all niggas are something wrong. Y'all fucked up in the cranium. I just said that.
I did say y'all fucked up.
We gonna have to get that t-shirt, man.
Y'all cranium fucked up.
Y'all cranium fucked up.
I can't even remember where that came from.
We was talking about
something else, and you stabbed me.
Sorry. I didn't stop.
I've been shot. But yeah, man, like I don't get. People just be doing shit that's so ass backwards. I don't understand.
If y'all watch me, this is not how you use scissors. Do not ever use scissors that way.
Do not use scissors this way. We do not.
Almost. Man.
Hey, I'm not affiliated with violence.
Listen, this is not violence. I'm not using violence. I poked my baby on accident because I was using the scissors the wrong way. That should show y'all. Do not use scissors like that. Because you can stab somebody's eye out. You look like Betty Wap. Slick Rick. They come from that era.
Knock them out the box, Rick. Knock them out, Rick.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, not long ago.
Oh, he said not long ago. I thought he said a long time ago. I was like, why the fuck would you say once upon a time, a long time ago? But you said the same thing in a different way, you dumbass nigga.
But that's not what you said.
Okay. Somebody confirmed it because I was by him. I'm like, this is retarded. You know what
Once upon a time, not long ago.
Okay. Once upon a time, not long ago. Okay. That sounds better. That sounds a lot better.
Now, after all this time, this shit finally makes It only took 15 years.
It was the weed. It was the weed. I'm telling you.
Figure that shit out. Be like, this nigga's stupid. This one don't even make no sense.
Hey, y'all ain't getting home to the retarded ass motherfucker with the eye patch. Y'all let this nigga get rich and he retarded.
Nah.
Is this supposed to be another 50 Tyson?
Who?
You don't know who 50 Tyson is?
Mm.
Oh my God, I gotta show you 50 Tyson.
Bruh.
I'm 50 Tyson, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm 50 Tyson.
What the hell?
Yo, that shit is so funny. That shit is a classic. He from Minnesota too.
Look.
That shit is a classic.
I guess. I suppose.
Yo. Oh shit, they used to make me laugh.
I see. Two of them fucking 50 Tyson. I was about to say
50 Tyson.
I was about to say, you know that Tyson chicken got
I told you that, nigga.
I know. Mama told you that. She was like, you know that frozen Tyson chicken got
They took out Master took our chicken back from us. He said it was no good. Bitch, did you think it was any good in the first place?
It's frozen bag. It's frozen in the bag.
Oh damn. Fucking blood flew out the tray. Where my shit go? This was for you, nigga. You tweaking hard, man. No, the fuck you goddamn fan. You done smoked enough today, sir.
It's like, cut it out.
Cut it out. You don't need no more.
But yeah, going back into the topic, as far as relationships and shit, My question is,
Pink dolphin.
no.
Popping pink dolphins.
Why do people stay in situations and continue with behavior that you know good and hell well is wrong?
I can't even say that
Or
because I'm guilty of it.
negative. Like, when do we, especially since everybody want to talk about therapy and shit and all this other type of stuff, now everybody's supposed to.
Lesson charge, Leonard?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
I know, but that's one of them. We're talking about therapy, and you over there putting space line. Allegedly.
But people are talking about healing and being woke and being self-aware and all this type of stuff. There's more people talking about that than there was before. Whether they're actually doing it, that's questionable.
Hey, don't listen to them niggas that's telling y'all to be woke, because those the fake ones. When I was being woke, and I mean, like, nigga, studying and shit, actually, motherfuckers thought, was like, oh, you just trying to be better than us. I was like, all right, bitch ass nigga, I don't want to see what I'm talking about this shit. Oh, I'm woke. No, bitch, you just woke. Y'all woke is fucking common sense, man. Goofy ass motherfuckers.
What I was gonna say is, since everybody's so woke and aware about themselves and like trying to deal with themselves,
you don't know shit about yourself when you live in your own body every day, you little bitch.
What I was gonna say is, damn it.
I'm on one tonight. I didn't even drink that Monaco yet. I should have popped that bitch right now.
No, you shouldn't.
You
should wait.
They don't even sit down. Julio in the back.
You
No, Julio!
You should wait.
I should wait.
Yeah, I think that's smart. But
I think
everybody been changed up and now everybody knows so much stuff. But when are we gonna when is it gonna be normalized that sometimes it's better to not stay in situations? And that sometimes the greater good isn't staying together for the sake of your children. Sometimes the better situation is leaving that motherfucker alone because y'all don't work together and you're toxic and it just isn't a good situation. And that would probably be better and less issues for your children potentially.
Not up shorty crazy. If I can't help you, nobody else can. I'm gonna kill us all.
That's can be in some
That's some other shit.
It doesn't mean you shouldn't still trying to get away from that.
I done been in situations where motherfuckers trying to stab me. So.
And you know my initial thought was, what did you do?
What did I do? The first time I ain't do nothing. The second time it was my fault. I can admit that.
See? But at least that's honest. Be like, first time, no. Second time,
it was my fault the second time. Because she found out my dumb ass, I left my other iPhone. She went through the iPhone. So I missed it. So I was like, oh, shit.
Thought you was slick, huh?
No, kind of.
Obviously.
Kind of.
Shit didn't work.
Kind of.
Thought you was slick, huh? But no, like.
But no.
People stay in stuff.
Tried to stab me with my box cutter. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't there, I don't know. But I ain't never tried to stab nobody. I thought about things like that, but I never tried it.
Nah, your ass, you tried to. We ain't gonna say what you tried to do. But you was on some G shit.
I didn't do it.
You was on some Jamaican shit. You said, what, bitch? Alright, I'll be back at 6:30, bitch. Remember. That bitch ain't coming back. I'm about to go ahead and make this at my girlfriend. This bitch shooting at me.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Nothing happened. That's all anybody needs to know. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Because Alex don't take penitentiary chances.
Alex be on her. She be on her shit.
Even though I be on the edge, and motherfuckers need to stop fucking with Alex. They think Alex ain't about that when she is. Alex spends all her time keeping the real nigga at bay. That's what y'all fail to realize.
Oh, yeah. I seen a real nigga one night, bro. I had to. Dog. It was like, yo, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Looking like she all. No. I'm like, nigga, I'm not even mad.
And it wasn't even that. That wasn't even bad. That wasn't even nothing real.
Like, yo, I'm like, goddamn.
That literally wasn't even over anything serious that would have really warranted that type of stuff.
She tried to hem me up and throw the TV at my head.
No, I didn't.
She was dangling my ankles from the motherfucking window. I was like, look, Alex, let's go get some tacos.
This is a lie. That didn't happen.
Let's go get some tacos. You know you want Philly cheesesteak.
That did not happen. I did not.
Nah, this ain't happening.
Dangle nobody's ankles.
Nah, but she did. She walked in the other room. She left me alone until the situation happened where it brought us back together. So that was the universe like, y'all niggas better stop playing.
No, part of that, yeah, that's true. But part of that is because I am yet still a work in progress. The shit I be talking about is based off of my experience, things that I've seen, and things that I'm learning. I'm a work in progress. So I got my shortcomings just as much as anybody else. So because I still have some shortcomings in some areas, I would have to walk away. So the real nigga Alex don't come out. Cause she a bitch.
I y'all would call this nowadays. Y'all would call this putting y'all hands on women, but like, yo, when you dating somebody that's bigger than you, and you walk into them and they shoulder bump you and you fall to the ground, nigga, no. Yo, so this is one of my exes. Like we got into it. I don't know. We was in my apartment. We got into it. Nigga, I'm trying to go to the room, grab my car key. This bitch that walked right in front of me and do this. I ain't see it. I walk right into her shoulder and fall like, goddamn, you motherfucking linebacker. Goddamn, nigga. Motherfuckers looking at me like, damn, what you gonna do? I went to the room. This bitch followed me. She tried to get my car keys to get these tickets. Huh?
She said she had your little like, damn, what you gonna do?
No, niggas was looking at me like, what you about to do? I'm like, yo, I'm about to fight this bitch. I'll be alright, but I ain't gonna fight her. So,
what you gonna do?
I had these, well, she had the money she bought these tickets because I had money at the time because I was fucking working and paying fucking bills at 19, paying rent and car notes and shit. Fuck. The fuck? Listen, I'm telling y'all now, y'all younger kids out there, man, wait to fucking grow up. Wait till you 23, bro. 23, 24, bro. Then try to go live fucking life, nigga. Do not try to fucking get out there at an early. Well, that's cool too if you can handle it. You can't handle it, don't do that shit, nigga. Stay at home with my name daddy.
Wait. Shit rough out here. You got way more years and you gotta do that shit.
Nigga. But no. So she tried to get these, she's like, you need the tickets back. I'm like, no, nigga, they in the car. She tried to take my car keys. So I grab her. Now, I'm demonstrating, y'all. I grab her like this. And now she like 5'7", 5'8", like 2 something. Nigga, I'm like 140, 130 at the time. I'm like 5'5". So I'm like, no. I grab her and I hemmed her up so fucking hard, nigga. Her feet was off the ground. I had her up against the closet door, like, bro. I think she tried to grab my keys and she grabbed me and did some shit. And I was like, bro, don't you ever fucking put your hands on me like that again. Her brother came in the room like, bro, put her down, bro, put her down. He like 15, 16. Like, bro, put her down, bro, come on, put her down.
Now, this the thing. This is my thing. In situations like that. Unless it's a situation where you're trying to defend yourself to get up out of something, meaning as a woman. Like if somebody attacking you, you got the right to sit up there and defend yourself. You get to get somebody off you. Like, but motherfuckers be trying to sit up here and do shit as women, thinking that women can do anything to a man, that you could put your hands on him, that you could say whatever, that you could throw him, you could slap, all that type of shit. That's not okay. I'm not gonna say
I be taking that shit, yo, like.
Not to say in full disclosure, not to say I've never done it before. I've done it.
I'm talking
different things, but it's not me. That's what I'm saying.
No, I was just clearing up that you ain't did that to me.
No. I've done that shit in the past, but that shit was wrong when I was younger. that shit is not okay. Even if you upset, even if the motherfucker is being whatever, and you're completely 100% right. Once you open that door, then you can't close that door because now you opened it and it's open now. You can't shut the motherfucker down because it's wide open. So my advice is, you get to that point and you upset as a woman, because I'm speak to women, it'd be better to just walk the fuck away.
Nah, I did. I was dating this girl at 16. She had hella mental issues, yeah. And that's one of the situations I definitely should have like left alone. But I was with her when I was like 15 till I was 18. And she had tried to stab me and shit, all types of shit. All types of shit.
I just hear that from men. She tried to stab me. Like, what y'all be doing?
I ain't really do nothing. This is the thing.
I don't think I know no woman that stabbed nobody.
Yo, this is the thing. She got mad at any female that takes my phone. And I wasn't even on no shit like that. I was just mad cool with a black female. Once she texted me happy birthday, she saw it. She got mad. Tell that bitch to go buy you. Tell that bitch to buy you some birthday gifts and shit. I'm like, dog, that's my best friend. What are you saying? Look through the text message, bro. I'm showing her the world. She's like, no, fuck that. And I'm like, hey,
I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to be honest, man.
Nah, but then we got cool like later on. And you know, I went to some spots where I was fucking up, just introducing my ex to my other ex and shit. And it's like shit like they got cool with, and the girl I used to fuck with, I introduced my ex and they got cool with. They, you know what I'm saying? The shit I be fucking up at. Cause I be like, nah, not that. I just got a big heart and I be trying to get motherfuckers take chances. I be trying to be cool. Yeah, I was doing shit. But I was young though. I was young. Like, I was moving around, I was doing too much. Like, but I think, I'm a little more. You said. I was got a little around. Nigga. I wasn't saying I was a hoe. But like, I was in relationships for a minute, like back to back. No, I'm not saying I was like out in the street driving around, never home. So like, fucking bitches. Like, yo, I probably have plenty of kids if I was out fucking bitches. Oh yeah, hi, my name is T. Riley. I got 27 kids. Oh, niggas, no.
That was the episode of Like They Fixed My Life with Iyanla. That nigga had like, I think he did have 27 kids. It was something ridiculous, or maybe 17. I think it was 17. It was ridiculous. And he was like in his 30s. He was literally like 30 something. Like, I don't even think he was 40 years old.
I bet your child support's in the 10,000s.
He has, I think he had 17 kids. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, this is my thing about it. If you don't have kids, cool, and whatever. As long as you're taking care of them, man. Listen.
You know how much
this is my thing.
Kid
I understand. This is my thing. If you know that you can financially take care of as many kids as you want, go for it, because niggas is trying to kill us off, and we need to populate this motherfucker as much as we can. But if you're not taking care of these kids and you're not financially stable to take care of at least one, don't have kids, nigga. Put a fucking condom on, nigga. They got male birth control. I wouldn't subject you to use that shit, because ain't no telling that shit's gonna make your dick little, make your dick fall off, make your dick stop working. I don't know. I'm not telling y'all to use that shit.
Make you sterile.
But my nigga, use a condom, or just don't fuck it off.
Stop having kids.
I'm good.
Like, stop having children. Y'all not ready to or able to take care of, male and female.
And stop getting abortions.
It doesn't, I'm about to say, and it doesn't mean, I'm not saying get rid of them. I mean, be fucking responsible. This is the 21st century, it's 2021. It's so much information, we can't fucking handle it. And that's why everybody's freaking the fuck out, okay? There's too many things being thrown at us all at the same time. So we have enough information to know how to conduct ourselves. Motherfuckers know better. Stop putting yourself in these situations y'all know you're not ready for. And if you don't know, don't be so fucking eager to find out. I was talking about that. We were talking about that earlier. Like, when it comes to having children, like, people do not understand, male and female, don't understand what really goes into like the process of having a child, like what it does to you. Speaking for the woman, what it does to you physically, because everybody's experience is different, everybody's body is different. What it does to you physically, what it does to you emotionally, what it does to you mentally, not just being pregnant, labor, afterwards, like your hormones, that shit. When I think back about that, like that was so traumatic for me. Like that whole time, it was crazy because your body is doing shit that you don't really necessarily have control of, and you're trying. Like it's crazy what that does to the woman, and then what does that do and how that affects the partner if they're there. And how that changes things and dynamics. Like it's so much that goes into it, and it's like, yo, y'all have no idea what you're gonna get yourself into. You don't know how this is gonna change things because it's gonna change things. Because kids change things. It makes everything different. It shifts your focus. Like how you conduct yourself as a person is supposed to change because now your focus has shifted. So and so much so that your whole life has to change around it. So it's a lot, and it's like, yo, people, it's like the best thing you could do is just not get into that situation, especially with people you don't know. Like, and what's even worse, people are having kids with people that you do know ain't shit, and then you still fuck around and get this bitch pregnant, or you let this nigga get you pregnant. Like, and you know they ain't shit. You know you don't even really love them. You kind of like them. You attract to them. You like fucking them. And y'all like to like kick it and shit. But that's about it. Like, that's it. And this the person
Motherfuckers be
who
going for the vibes and not the connection. The vibes and connection is not the same thing. That's what y'all be doing.
Vibes can change.
Y'all be going for the vibes, not a connection. Going to somebody acting nice with, bitch, okay.
Yeah, bitch, okay.
Vibe is dicky or something.
Exactly. That's the only vibe this nigga wanted. He wanted that vibe. And that's what you was feeling, bitch. You wasn't feeling no real connection. You was feeling his shit vibrating over there. That's all. Like,
We still got the Holy Ghost.
like, yo.
Nah, for real though, that's how I feel like y'all just be want vibes, y'all want no connection. So y'all don't know what to do with the connection. Y'all get a connection and think it's some toxic shit, some other shit, y'all throw it away. This bitch wants something real? The fuck? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is forever, bitch? I thought this was a 2-day thing.
This bitch over here talking
bitch, I bought you Wendy's.
She talking about she wanna love me and shit. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
She like wanna build a future and shit.
She wanna have kids. Bitch, I already got 10 of those. They boring.
She wanna like build businesses and travel and shit. What the fuck is this bitch?
This bitch want real estate. Bitch, I got a trap house with you.
Just
bitch, I got a car with a back seat.
Just goofy.
It's a Hummer. And it's sitting on 15.
Same thing with women. Like, bitch, he said he like wanted to take care of me and like, you know, be there for me. Like, he's soft. Like, this nigga always want to talk about feelings and asking me how I'm feeling and shit. Like, what? What's wrong with this
nigga always
ass
at
nigga?
work.
He always at work, you know, and shit like that. But, you know, he do got a nice house and he got his shit together. But he, you know, he just always trying to be responsible and shit. What's wrong with this? This nigga boring. He boring. I need a real nigga. Stupid ass. Like,
what's 6ix9ine say? Stupid.
Passing up good men who actually want to do stuff right and be stable, because you want to chase some nigga who out here in
You
the
want to
streets.
chase a nigga with a beamer that ain't in his, that's his homeboys, and he flexing his homie money, and when you really get to know this nigga, he sleep at his mama's house in some shitty ass drawers. He don't change his drawers because he think wiping his ass is gay after he shit. Like,
and he had the same outfit on
for 2 days. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? When niggas out here trying to get it, they don't change clothes sometimes. Nigga, you got that shit on for 2 months. What you mean? You at least wash your ass.
Just dumb shit. Just dumb. Just going after the wrong stuff. Again, circling back to my original question. When is we as a collective gonna stop falling for the okie doke? Because it's all lies and games. Like I feel like
what the fuck my stress?
that too. But I feel like at the core of all of us, we know what's right and what's wrong. But we've been fed so much bullshit for so long on so many levels that it's like it's got you kind of like glitching because it's like I feel in my spirit this is what is supposed to be right.
Allegedly.
But at the same time, all this shit is coming at me telling me no, do it this way, and we like stuck. But motherfuckers need to get unstuck already. That's all I'm saying. We know what's right. We know what we're supposed to be doing, how we're supposed to be living, how we're supposed to be treating each other. And we just need to do that and stop focusing on all this other stupid shit. Like all this stuff, all this celebrity shit, what they doing, what they wearing, what they selling, all that shit don't matter. If they not helping.
Shout out to the new subscriber we got. We don't use anything.
Thank you, Mr. Subscriber. We worried about the wrong shit when we need to be getting back to the shit that we say that we want.
Like these fucking children. Fuck what you want. Starting with these children. Listen, y'all can be ignorant all y'all want. Just make sure the children got a good education. Got somewhere they can go. If y'all doing dirt on the streets, keep these kids away from that shit. Send them to make sure they got after school programs. Make sure they got art shit, music shit, whatever the fuck. Y'all keep that adult shit, hood shit away from these fucking kids. Try to keep these kids far away from that shit. That's what you be on, nigga. Okay, keep your kid away from that shit. And if you one of them hood niggas, the real niggas that do spend time with your kids, nigga, get your kids out the hood when you doing your dirt and keep them out the hood. Don't bring them back to the hood. And when you make sure niggas ain't following you when you go see your kids, because niggas don't give a fuck about kids nowadays. They shooting kids, all types of shit. But nigga, at least have 2 houses. One where everybody knows it's at, and one at a disclosed location. And have some disclosed cars and shit too. Like in a spot where nobody can recognize your baby mama or your wife, whoever the fuck you with. I'm just
That's
saying.
a real G sounding shit right there. No,
ain't nobody else saying it.
Yeah. It's just it's so much stuff that could be done and people that could be focused on. And like I said, we focus on the wrong shit. If these black people, so-called black people, that represent us supposedly in all these different positions, in entertainment and business and athletes and all that stuff, right? If they can sit up there,
it's 2 of them.
huh?
It's 2 motorcycles at the light.
Oh.
You already know this shit gonna be loud as fuck when they take off. And they some Harley Davids. It's 3 of them. I ain't want you to get interrupted.
I know, that was loud as shit. But yeah, if all of those people in all of these different areas can sit up there and raise money for the BLM, for the Democratic Party, all that. They can raise money for that shit. Then why can't they raise money for centers in these different neighborhoods?
This is kind of off topic, but listen, when I first heard about the LGBTQ community, it wasn't what it is now. I promise you. So this new shit, y'all don't get offended, but this new shit is the Alphabet Mafia. We gonna really be real with this shit. You got the Alphabet Mafia and you got the LGBTQ community. The Alphabet Mafia is running the government right now. The LGBTQ community is the ones that, even though they feel how they feel, they know what's right and what's wrong, and they don't try to pull no extra shit and try to throw no salt in the game or none of that shit. Like, y'all gotta understand, motherfuckers can be gay, but still know the rules. Motherfuckers can be gay and not be pedophiles. Motherfuckers can be gay and still be the coolest motherfucker on earth. We not like trying to dispute that shit. We're saying over here is you got pedophiles running this shit. You got motherfuckers who want little kids' booty holes who's running this shit. That's why I say the Alphabet Mafia. So, like, if y'all gonna get mad at me, get mad at me. I don't care. I'm just saying. Y'all can get mad at one of these little motherfucking Alphabet Mafia frenzies run up in your crib and this, that, and the third, and then he done stuck his finger in your little girl hoo-ha. Or done stuck his finger in little boy's booty hole or something. Like, and motherfuckers can be laughing, thinking I'm joking, but I'm being serious. Like, this shit really goes on, bro.
No, this shit happens.
You know how many females I know that told me when I was even, like, in middle school, before I even got in high school, that they was raped, bro. Like, well, sexually assaulted. We can't say that R word. Sexually assaulted, physically sexually assaulted, like, adult. Like, on that level, yeah. That's crazy.
So stuff happens. Because if you think about it, if the stuff was happening then, when we was coming up, what type of sneaky, slick ass, nasty ass back ways was motherfuckers coming up with to be able to get away with that shit then? So when shit evolves, motherfuckers evolve with it. So if you want grimy type of shit and you gotta change your way and how you approach it to get the same end result, you're gonna do that. That's what motherfuckers do. They come up with a new technology to block scammers. Scammers come up with a new way to get around that shit.
Yo, I still get at least 3-4 scam likely calls a week. It used to be like 15. It went down, but still.
I probably get half a dozen at least a week. And still get the emails and shit in the
I don't even really pay attention to my email like I should.
Spam or whatever. We still be getting those type of scams. It's like that shit still is happening in all types of ways.
Yeah, man, I gotta understand one thing, bro. Our freedom is on the line. And we slowly losing it. Cause y'all worried about other motherfuckers and worried about being protected from people y'all don't trust. Like, y'all wanna give up y'all guns now? Y'all wanna take these Fauci ouchies? Y'all wanna do all this. Y'all wanna celebrate Juneteenth? Well, we've been doing that, but y'all want to celebrate it now that it's a holiday. Y'all want to extra coolerize it. I just came up with a new word and shit.
Y'all niggas over here coolerizing shit. Oh my gosh, I'm done.
Man, like, dude. All niggas need to proceed. You'll have several plentiful seats.
Sit. No,
sit down.
Now niggas sit down. You need to
go lay down.
Go lay down.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Oh, that video was the funniest shit I've seen in a minute. Y'all need to go lay down.
Look, hey. They're coolerizing shit,
Go
man.
lay down.
Hey, nah, for real. All bullshit aside, bro. Listen, I hope if you motherfuckers from Facebook watching this shit, I hope y'all niggas listen to what I've been saying, even if y'all ain't agree with it. Some of that shit probably gonna happen. Some of that shit probably won't happen. 65% of that shit's gonna happen at this, cause they fucking up right now. I feel like they fucking up. Like they behind schedule on some shit. That's why they pushing niggas to get this Fauci out. It's coming from everywhere.
They go catch
I don't think so.
Eventually.
I don't think so. It's too. Listen,
I hope not.
y'all done opened the whole world back up, my nigga. Y'all done fucked up. Niggas don't care about COVID no more. Niggas don't care about this shit.
It was like, I've been landing.
Chris Paul had, I didn't even know. Chris Paul had COVID. And he was playing in the finals with COVID. With no symptoms. No. No symptoms. He had no symptoms playing with COVID. But niggas out here scared to death of COVID. Chris Paul was just playing against the LA Clippers with COVID. A fucked up finger and a fucked up shoulder. With COVID. Still made it to the finals. Y'all niggas scared to leave the house. This nigga had COVID. Yo, this nigga had COVID. This is the first nigga in the NBA that had COVID and make it to the finals. I don't think nobody talking about that. Why they not talking about that? I heard that shit. I heard Count Dracula. Ah, shit. Ouch. Something else wrong. I heard Count Dracula say that to him.
Count Dracula?
I want to suck your blood. Skip Bayless.
Oh, Skip Bayless.
He had COVID. CP3 had COVID.
You won one tonight, I think.
He had the bid. God damn it, he had the bid. He had the bid 19. CP3 had the VIP 19. Sound like a dog time. CP3 VIP 19. Nigga, what kind of commandment you in? Is that the military?
Fucking source code.
Is that the Navy? Oh, you one of them niggas that be in the submarines, huh?
No, that's the Air Force.
You the nigga that put the arms back on the niggas that they get blown off, huh? Nigga, Al-Qaeda, you Al-Qaeda, nigga? Al-Qaeda, we ain't Al-Qaeda since 2000. Damn, nigga, you old. I know, nigga, I'm only 20. I looked at 26, I ain't even 26 yet.
What's that? That was so random.
Nah, but Chris Paul had fucking COVID. Y'all niggas scared to come out the house?
He was just running
Y'all scared to be right. This nigga was running around flinging balls. With COVID. In baskets. He was flinging balls in baskets. B&B, nigga.
I was about to say that. He just hopping around, bouncing balls and shit. Ain't nobody say nothing. And y'all over here outside with two masks on.
Stay away from that.
Fucking suffocating yourself. It's summertime. It's hot.
Y'all dying to live.
It's hot up here.
Listen, y'all niggas, like Kodak said, y'all niggas out here dying to live.
Ooh, just out here hot.
I don't want to catch COVID, so I'm putting on these two masks. You know it's hot. And I got on my jogging outfit. It's a little hot for the jogging outfit. Usually I don't wear a mask, you know, I cool down with a little bit of water. But sometimes somebody said it was COVID in the water, so I ain't got no water today. And I got on all black. And I gotta get this mask on. Man, shit. Oh, fuck.
Ooh, it's
hot. That's not.
Now your ass passed out. And then now don't nobody want to touch you. Because you got a mask on. I think you might have
mask on COVID.
You all fucked up out there.
It's COVID on the outside of your mask.
Shit. Just all fucked up.
Chris Paul had fucking COVID running around flinging balls in baskets. Nigga, what a fucked up finger and shoulder with COVID.
Balls in baskets.
Balls and baskets, nigga. Balls and baskets. Baskets and balls. Nah, fam. This nigga had COVID, bro. I cannot. Like, yo. This nigga had COVID. Why they not talking about this shit, bro? This is big. This is big because, like, yo, that would show motherfuckers, like, if Chris Paul out here playing with COVID, nigga, why the fuck we not scared?
That's why they told me. You just answered your question. That's why. I told you it's all about whatever agenda or direction they're trying to push it. Whatever direction they're going in, they will turn all the information to go in that direction. Then if they change directions, they make all the information change in that direction to support whatever narrative that they put out there. So that's why.
Man, look, I'm gonna keep talking about this shit, man. CP3 has COV running around from the balls and baskets. Why y'all not talking about this, boy?
CP3 has COV running around on balls and baskets. I'm so dead.
Dead ass. Bling! Oh, that's another. He hit like 30 COVID points on y'all. Those count for extra.
Not COVID points.
You had a COVID 3-pointer. You had a COVID assist. You had a COVID block. You had COVID steals. This nigga ignorant. I'm not listening. You do that, young fella. You do that. CP3 has COV slinging balls and baskets. Goddamn. Like, what else did he say that? Like, y'all, do y'all know how big that is? Like, bro. That just proves that motherfuckers was lying. Do y'all not understand that? Do I gotta keep saying this shit?
Oh, God.
CP3 had COV flinging balls in baskets.
That should, I mean, in all fairness, that should be a headline somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a headline somewhere when it was about players before that were sick.
Rudy Gobert.
I mean,
that was the first.
Several.
That was the first motherfucker to have COVID. Little French nigga.
They was posting all of that shit. I remember that. I remember them posting.
But guess
every
what?
Single celebrity
guess what? No.
And every single
guess what happened
that
after?
had it.
Guess what happened? Guess what happened after they? That nigga got the second biggest max contract next to Giannis.
Well.
What happened to the niggas in the playoffs? They got put out. CP3. COD. William D&B. With no air.
Oh, shit.
Tell me how can you be with no air? You got COD. CP3.
Oh, shit.
Y'all, I'm not drunk. Don't even, nigga. I'm just high.
But no, that's some real shit. People can sit up there and say, oh, yeah, I'm high. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm speaking some real shit, though. Like, this nigga Chris Paul had COVID.
The fact you keep saying,
this nigga had COVID?
It was proven, they said.
It was proven. Skip Bayless said he had COVID. Well, Skip Bayless said Chris Paul said he had COVID himself. So Chris Paul said he had COVID. He told y'all motherfuckers, them niggas lying. You don't die from this shit. It just helps you win the playoffs. The Western Conference Finals.
I don't know if that's what he said exactly, but
that's not what he said. But in hindsight, nigga, that's what I pick up on. If I want to say that.
That's what you saw.
That's what I saw. This nigga said, hey, fuck you, Dr. Fauci. Fuck you, who? Fuck you, CDC. Fuck you, Fox 6 News. That's annoying. Fuck you, CNN. Fuck you, MSBN, whatever the fuck that is. PBS.
Not PBS.
All you niggas that's talking about COVID is real. Motherfucker, I just had a broken finger and a fucked up shoulder, nigga. Couldn't even dribble the ball. And I had COVID, nigga. Nigga, I had COVID, nigga. Nigga. Playing basketball, nigga, with COVID. The fuck wrong with y'all? That's why you guys, you can't go. I had COVID, nigga, when I was playing basketball.
Oh shit, you so bad.
COVID, nigga. What the fuck, Dr. Fauci gonna say that?
You gonna try to explain that shit away?
I got the cure, motherfucker. Play basketball. CP3 has COV. Playing me, no air. Listen,
I can't.
I think y'all probably tired of me saying this shit and talking about this shit, but like, this is big. I'm gonna put this shit on Facebook and they gonna block me for a month.
They probably will. They done blocked this nigga twice in the past 3 weeks. Oh, shit. Blocked him on 2 pages.
I didn't even do
and one page didn't even have nothing to do with the other one. Like,
listen, one of my friends hit me up on Facebook like, yo, she sent me a screenshot of her shit being blocked. I was like, what you do now? She's like, I didn't even do nothing. Zuckerberg ain't playing. Please give me my Facebook page back, Mark Zuckerberg.
that shit gonna be so loud. Let me record that.
Yeah, low key. If you gotta be telling me about that shit, I could be in the fucking room talking like, I'm CP3, COV. Fucking BB, you still hear me.
So you go on this like,
I'm gonna go before, so you like COVID, huh, nigga? You was cleaning the balls.
that pause. Hold on.
Basketballs.
Pause.
Nigga, one nigga you know got orange balls. With black lines on them. So you got tiger balls. These from Tiger King, motherfucker.
Man, free the Tiger King. He ain't do that shit.
Arrest that bitch, Carol Vance.
Free Tiger King. He ain't do that. Them other motherfuckers had something to do with it, and they got off because they talked first. That's it. They made a deal, and they got off, and they put the Tiger King in jail.
They made a deal without Wayne Brady.
They told on that man, they framed him, and that shit didn't make no sense.
Only reason why Trump did free him because he was gay.
Which I think was funny. He should let him out. I really do think they should let him out. Like, I don't think he should. He should get all that time.
Y'all niggas wanted Kodak. Y'all wanted a snitch release. I ain't saying Kodak is snitch. But I'm saying that bitch that worked for I don't even know her name. That bitch that worked for Rock Nation is the CEO. That bitch is snitch. She done snitched on hella Mexican cartels. And y'all called Jay-Z a real nigga by the street code. Jay-Z will rat his son for hiring a rat to take over his company for him. So I'm not, every time I say something about Jay-Z, niggas get mad at me. You motherfucking hate. You don't like black people. You're right, I don't like black people because I ain't black. I'm a nigga, bitch.
And that's how you feel.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel, man. Hey, why Chicago sirens sound like they just tired of doing their job? Not on one of the was like a, see, you hear that shit? That shit lazy as hell.
Lazy as fucking bro.
I just dropped water on my penis. Nah, but what's that one that came through the other day? It was like, then it stopped. I was like, nigga, what the fuck is that?
It's just sad. It be sounding
like,
tired and sad.
Like the siren's got his own life. Like, nigga, why is you bringing us, nigga? You bring us all day, bitch. I'm tired. You got batteries. You want to change them, bitch?
My batteries is sweet bitch.
My battery is low. But hold my message is working. I know about that person and stuff.
I don't know nothing about that now.
Cause I got questions for you. I'll play this shit after we get off this.
Speaking of, I think it's about that time.
Nah, we ain't going nowhere. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, again, another part is gonna be loud as shit on the yeah, you just get off of here. You fucking up. Fucking up, man. Fucking up. And with all that being said,
CP3 had motherfucking COB playing B&B lawyer.
you just got proof on your own. Okay. I
To be
think
honest,
that's like for
hit the little king niggas. This on the dodge bullets. Mr. Brown, I got the magic. What?
this shit funny as hell. That I could watch that video over and over again. That shit don't never get old.
The Mary J. Blige one funny as fuck.
The boots.
The boots.
The boots.
The boots.
Them shits that I can't even do that.
But no, this is I got something to say about Mary ass too.
No, please don't.
I'm done after this. Why can't we go Mary? Because she in the same boat as R. Kelly.
Don't bring that up.
She in the same boat as R. Kelly.
We ain't got no information to back that up. That's all I'm saying. We need some corroboration.
It's the industry.
I understand, but I would rather everything we talk about. There's been at least a couple other sources to back it up.
Okay.
But yes, industry is industry. We'll say
we
that.
fuck with you, but we gotta hop on that ass if we find out this shit is true.
Industry is industry. I say that across the board.
Excuse me.
It don't matter who it is, male or female. It's different degrees to shit, but it's all the same. Industry is industry. I'm gonna say
y'all be thinking y'all favorite rappers ain't good. Them niggas be out here with whole ass translators. Cool shiesty.
It's again, if you wasn't lying about it, okay. My problem is the lying about it.
These niggas be out here fucking these executives to get bigger deals or bigger contracts. These niggas really be broke though. These niggas was fucked up last year during quarantine. Oh yes. A lot of your favorite rappers was fucked up last year during quarantine. Talking about how they had money to do this and that money had during 2020.
They was doing DoorDash and shit like everybody else.
Y'all favorite rappers was out here driving Uber and Lambos.
They was fucking working for Instacart.
They had their Lambo trucks out here doing Uber.
Delivering groceries and shit. Like everybody else.
Listen.
Fucking delivering packages for
A lot of niggas happy. A lot of niggas happy. Y'all niggas is falling for this shit. Anyways, I'm done talking.
Okay, y'all. Until next time, we're gonna catch up with y'all.